Why restaurants are out and home cooking is in. Restaurants are out and home cooking is in. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna, Brianne. So, why are restaurants out for me? Well, we went out last night, but it was my son's birthday. And so we took him out, all of us, we took him out for dinner. And, my husband and I and my family, we have gone out to a lot of restaurants over the years. And I have enjoyed them very, very much. And I'm glad I have done it. I'm glad I've had those wonderful, wonderful experiences. And yet, for me now, I have no more interest in going out to restaurants. That's not to say that I won't do it again. It's just to say that it's not on my list of agenda, like, oh, let's go do lunch with a friend or whatever. I would rather cook a meal now, or make a meal, or go over to a friend's house and them cook a meal, or us cook as a family here. And so let me kind of explain why. First of all, I love the frugal lifestyle. And I find that going out to dinner is very, very costly. It can be very expensive over time, especially if you're going out regularly with more than, say, yourself. And I mean, you can end up spending a lot of money. Sometimes you become very dependent upon the type of service you get. Sometimes you get great service, sometimes you get mediocre service, sometimes you get lousy service. At home, you're the one giving the service, or your family is giving the service, and you can complain a little bit better. And whereas, when you're out there, you don't really know necessarily what kind of atmosphere you're going to have. The last two restaurants that we've been to, and I'm very fussy about my table, but because we went out, more of us together rather than just my husband and I, we were limited to certain size booths, and because we had more people. And so when we sat down, what I found is that sometimes we weren't in the best part of the restaurant, and sometimes we were near where the door opened and shut. And I didn't like that. So then, like I said, it costs a lot. And then on top of that, sometimes the food is excellent, but most often than not, it's, average or a little bit above average. And sometimes it's mediocre. And the last couple of restaurants that we went to was one was mediocre and one was okay, but it wasn't super. And I like super. If I'm going to pay money out, I want something really, really worth the experience. And so for me, as much as I loved going out to restaurants, I talked to my husband last night and I said, first of all, I love the frugal lifestyle. Second of all, I can make whatever they're making just as good. And if I want something that tastes different than my cooking, I just go find a different recipe and use different spices and a different way of cooking, because, well, we can change our cooking by changing what we put in it, the ingredients. And many of us tend to put the same ingredients, same spices, same way of cooking it over and over and over. But I often learn new things, new spices, new ways of cooking things, new recipes. And I mean, not every recipe that I'm going to make is going to turn out perfect, but often it does. And I can give the time to it that's necessary and get it exactly the way I want. So for me, it's about frugality. It's about, living the frugal lifestyle, which, remember, I've done a video on that. Not a cheap lifestyle. Cheap and frugal are very, very different things. Denying someone else what you owe them would be cheap. That's not frugal. And denying yourself what you need or is necessary is not being frugal. That's being cheap. So you don't want to be cheap. You want to be frugal, which means you save money on one hand so that you can buy truly what you need or really, really want. And so that's what I believe in doing. And so going out to restaurants, for me, it's just not there anymore. I just really would rather be here at my stove cooking something wonderful for my family. And usually we cook as a family. We do it together. And or if I'm going to have a friend over, or maybe they'll invite invite me over. I want to taste their cooking too. So I think for me, restaurants are out and home cooking is in. Well, I hope you like, share, subscribe to both of my channels, Grandma's Porch with Dianna, Brianne Fairchild, and which is my new channel, and my original channel, Dianna Brianne Fairchild, which has about 3,400 videos. So may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. From Grandma's Porch to wherever you're at, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Grandma's Porch, a place to relax.